All right, let's do this.
All right. Well, welcome back to episode 2 of what we're calling Recall Drive-In for now. I'm Jake,
I'm Matt.
and we are on a quest here to get Matt caught up to a shit ton of movies that he just hasn't seen for some goddamn reason.
And number 2 on the docket, continuing with spooky season, is the fabled Wolfman.
1941 Lon Chaney Wolfman. I still don't get how you can be someone in horror movies, comic books, all that stuff, and you haven't seen the Universal monster movie.
And that's another thing. He's one of like the top 3 monsters. Like, if
Yeah.
you want to make a new thing, you gotta have vampires, you gotta have werewolves, and you gotta have mummies.
Yeah, or Frankenstein's or Dracula,
Yeah,
something.
they're the switch hitters.
Yeah, I always saw the big ones through that as Dracula, Frankenstein, and for me, Invisible Man. The Invisible Man is so fucking good, it's stupid. We're definitely gonna have to get to that one sooner or later.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, we're covering Wolfman 1941. This is taken from Wikipedia, just for those not in the know. Wolfman is a 1941 American horror film written by Kurt Siodmak and produced and directed by George Wagner. The film stars Lon Chaney Jr. in the title role, Claude Rains, Warren William, Ralph Bellamy, Patrick Knowles, Bela Lugosi, which was awesome to see him in there.
Bela Lugosi.
Yeah. Evelyn Ankers and Maria Ospinkaya. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. They star in the supporting roles. The title character has a great deal of influence on Hollywood's depictions of the legend of the werewolf. The film is the second Universal Pictures werewolf film, preceded 6 years earlier by the less commercially successful Werewolf of London. That was from 1935. But of course, not a lot of people have seen it. It's not as known as this one. And the film is part of the Universal Monsters movie series and is of great cinematic acclaim for its production. So, yeah, what's funny is the one that everybody knows is actually the second Wolfman movie.
Yeah, almost like how
I haven't even seen Wolfman of London.
it's kind of like how everyone knows Terminator 2 and not as much as Terminator.
Oh, I know. And everybody's like, oh, it's a sequel? Yes, there's a 2 in the fucking
It's a fucking 2.
But not so much with this one, because of course there's no...
And actually comparing it to The Count, he's kind of a step down slightly.
Yeah. Lon Chaney Jr. is great. He's pretty much great.
He's fantastic.
Lon Chaney's great and everything.
Just the story was kind of... me.
Yeah, it was a little... It definitely has a different feel from Dracula. Because let's see, we're talking 41 for the Wolfman, right?
Yeah, 41.
Dracula was in 31. So just a 10-year difference. We have 10 years of more, writing experience, all that stuff in film.
And also a big difference was a soundtrack in this one.
Oh, yeah. Because Dracula didn't even have a soundtrack.
No, it barely maybe had some violins at some part, maybe.
Yeah, I love that about Dracula. There was actually... there's no soundtrack in Dracula. I actually liked it for that. This one is definitely a step up as far as...
like
music.
set value and stuff.
Yeah, set value, production. You can tell that they've learned things along the way. The writing, while the story, like we say, it's still, I think, probably a little more solid in terms of transitioning between different things, I guess. From scene 1 to scene 2, scene 3, all that kind of shit.
And also I feel like they were kind of playing up a little bit of a paranoia between the town and Larry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. The famous Wolfman's name is Larry.
The Wolfman's name is Larry. Now, with me, the problem is I'm a huge fan of Mary Shelley's Frankenhole. So for me, that's my Wolfman.
And he was a much cooler Wolfman.
He's so similar. Like, after you see that, you can see very much where the inspiration came from.
It feels like that could have been Wolfman episode 2 to Wolfman episode 1, which was this movie.
He's like, I love you, baby. Don't you see? Like, and it's total 40s. Like, overacting kind of shit.
Why?
Yeah.
Why did it work?
Yeah, exactly. You can definitely see where that came from. But yeah, his name's Larry Talbot, which is pretty awesome.
And Larry is a prodigal son returning home after his brother mysteriously died of a wolf attack. And also, gypsies are in town.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Gypsies, werewolves, pentagrams, all that kind of mess.
That's actually a thing I don't think they ever touched on again
Yeah.
in werewolf mythology, that supposedly the werewolf himself, sees a pentagram on himself.
Yeah, which is kind of weird.
And also a pentagram on his next victim.
Yeah, which is a little weird.
Yeah, like, I was thinking in my back of my head, like, was there ever like a pentagram in any other werewolf?
Not that I can remember. I know there's not. I don't think there's one in Monster Squad.
No Monster Squad, no. There wasn't one in Harry Potter when that dude turned into a werewolf.
Yeah, like, it's just something you don't really see. I really feel like that was leaned in more to really push that creature of the night
beast.
Yeah, to really push that. Because let's face it, it's 41.
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do is show a pentagram and people run screaming. Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe it. Don't look.
And what's hilarious for me is, like, yeah, I've seen this movie a couple times. I know of it and everything. But you know it more for, I guess, pop culture. Like, it's just kind of ingrained in pop culture. So, like, even in, like, The Sandlot.
Oh, yeah.
There's a scene where they're, like, at the community, like all the kids during the summer watching a movie, and they're watching the fucking Wolfman.
Yeah.
And then the Beast comes the Beast and Benny.
Hercules comes.
Yeah, it comes comes jumping through this fucking
Took you a second.
Yeah.
Which was funny, too, because when we were actually watching that, and when that scene comes up,
Mhm.
Jake leaned over and whispered to me, and then Benny the Jet came running through.
And then Benny came running through, yep. So let's see. Yeah, of course, this was released in 41, so that would make Matt negative 54 years old. Me negative 44.
And also, now that we're speaking about the werewolf lore, this movie, there was no mention of a full moon that turns him into the werewolf. They never said full moon. It was just at night he turned into the wolf.
Yeah, I don't remember them saying actual full moon. It just
and they
seemed
never
like it was
showed a full moon.
They never showed a full moon either, yeah.
But silver is still the motherfucker's weakness.
Yeah, silver was still his weakness because he had the cane that had like a silver wolf head on it.
Yeah.
And he bludgeoned the shit out of somebody with it.
Yeah, he bludgeoned the shit out of the first werewolf in the movie. Because technically he's the second.
Right.
And he was saving. Also, we gotta mention this. Larry's kind of a skis.
Larry's a bit of a fucking creep.
Yeah. The first thing he does after he gets home, sees his papa, he's like, "Hello, father. Welcome. I'm so glad to be back. Sorry about my brother." And the first thing his dad says is, "I got a telescope. You want to go check it out?" It's like, okay, what? In movie lore, unless they're a scientist, if you have a telescope and you're not a scientist,
you're pervin.
You're diehard pervin.
That's just how it goes.
And that's the first thing Larry does when he gets the telescope.
Yep.
He's like, who's that?
I even think I think it's a Rear Window. I'm pretty sure in Rear Window that's kind of how it is too. 1954.
And the Rear Window, the lesson there is mind your fucking business.
Mind your fucking business. Yeah. Have you seen that one?
No.
With Jimmy Stewart? That's another one though. That's just so ingrained in pop culture that you haven't seen it, but you know.
Yeah.
You know the gist of it. It's been in so many shows, cartoons, everything. It's been parodied over and over and over again. You just kind of know. But yeah, that's kind of how Rear Window is too.
Also, how many remakes of that movie have there been?
Of Rear Window, I'm actually not too sure.
Because I'm pretty sure there was one with Shia LaBeouf in it.
One with Shia LaBeouf?
Or like a Disney Channel actor who kind of had that same like look.
I have no idea. I just know I've seen the original 54 with Jimmy Stewart, and that's a great movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Anyway, back to Wolfman though.
Yeah, Wolfman. Larry's a ski. He after he spots the girl in the telescope, and he sees, oh, she's running a shop. Oh well, let me go on down to that shop. Let me get some. And the first thing he does, he's like, oh, how did I know about your daffodils and the? Because I'm a psychic.
Yeah, he starts like.
Son of a bitch.
He really lays it on thick in this movie.
No means no, Larry.
Yeah, I know it was a different time and shit, but it's even by today's standards, it's fucking creepy.
Yeah, but
it's like, oh, he fucking spies on this chick. He does all that, and then she, of course, it's 41. She's playing dumb. Oh, how do you know? And like you said, it's like, oh, I'm psychic. It's like, blow it out your ass, dude.
That should deserve, like, nowadays that should have gotten you a slap, call from the cops.
Yeah.
But, back in that day, that would have been like, oh, he's such a charming young lad.
Exactly. Back then, yeah, hell, they would have fucking insisted that he do it.
you.
Yep.
And then somehow that motherfucker gets 2 ladies to go with him
He
to go
does.
see the gypsies.
He does.
And that doesn't turn out well for one of the ladies.
No, but we do meet Bella, the Romani fortune teller, played by Bella Lugosi. Go figure.
Bushy.
I thought that was really great.
Again, they only had like 10 actors back in the day.
Oh no, they had like fucking the same 5 actors. They're like, fuck it, just use them all over again.
Different wig, different clothes.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it works. I love stuff like that. I love when like the same group is involved, like in the same production company.
Then again, we love
Kevin Smith. Yeah, I absolutely love Kevin Smith.
What was his whole like Jersey saga?
Yeah.
What was it called again? Smodverse.
Oh, the Skewniverse.
Skewniverse, yeah.
The Skewniverse.
Like Jay and Silent Bob keeps showing up. Ben Affleck's there sometimes.
Yeah, everybody
before he got married.
Yeah, everybody plays the same characters over and over again. I love shit like that. Or they'll play somebody else, and we just accept it and keep playing along.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love when people are part of the same production company. You see them over and over again. Once again, Kevin Smith, the Universal movies, you see that a lot. Stuff with Simon Pegg. Stuff done by Nick Frost, like the Cornetto trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, wink. All that stuff. You see them over and over again. A lot of the UK movies, shows, all that stuff, you see the same actors. I guess they're like involved with the BBC.
Or like Sam Raimi, how he always has.
Sam Raimi always has Bruce Campbell. Yeah, stuff like I love shit like that. I love
they gotta
stuff
eat.
like that. It's so cool. But yeah, man, like, what do you think overall? Like,
I think it's that actual effect of the Wolfman. The first time you don't get to see like the transformation,
right?
But like for some reason they show his feet getting transformed.
his little feet. He turned into little dog paws.
The first they're getting all hairy. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
Are you sure this isn't Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, but when he transforms and stuff, it's not like a violent transformation.
Yeah, this time it's not violent.
It's just he grows fur, gets a little bigger.
I know other movies, it's a violent transformation.
Yeah, we're looking at you. I believe it's Werewolf in London. American Werewolf in London. Yeah.
And then there's a Twilight movie where they just go Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam.
And then they're a wolf.
Yeah. A really underrated werewolf transformation is the one in Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman. You remember that one?
I don't remember that one.
Have you seen that one?
I have not seen that one.
Oh, you put that on the list? Yes, we have a list. You're going to hear me typing right now. Where's my mouse?
It's over there, Jake. Surprised he hasn't thrown it at me yet.
There. Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman is actually pretty good. It's super cheesy.
But then again, it's Hugh Jackman. It's always
it's early Hugh Jackman, so yeah. It was like maybe Jesus. I think it was like his 4th, 5th movie, some shit like that.
Was it before or after he got?
I think it was after X-Men.
Because I remember after X-Men, he was a normal dude. Then after X-Men, he turned into tall Logan, literally.
Oh yeah,
fucking. Sure. You can grind meat on his abs.
Yeah, which is gross. But
I've seen him.
But that one, they turn into the werewolf, but your skin is like shedding.
Ugh.
So it's like the skin rips open and like it pops, and like you can see the strands and stuff. But then like it kind of like it just like shreds off, and it actually looks really fucking cool. It's one of the kind of underrated. It's not gory or anything. There's no blood or nothing. It just happens. It still looks really fucking cool though.
And that's another thing. The werewolf themselves have gone through like a huge amount of like design changes where it's like vampires always they're just a person, maybe paler, have the fangs. But the Wolfman, this one he's just like kind of a hairier dude, maybe just a little bulkier.
Yeah.
Then there's others where they're just huge fucking monsters. Their legs go backwards.
Yeah, he really just in this movie, the Wolfman really just kind of bulks up. Your skin doesn't pop open. Your clothes don't rip. Nothing like that. He just he just looks like a smartly dressed Wolfman,
a classy fella.
Mm-hmm.
And also, for what I looked up a little bit myself too, he's the only Wolfman actor throughout this whole thing. Like,
I think he is the only one that ever played the Wolfman.
Like he continues on unlike everyone else. They kind of switch out after a movie or two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because let's see, he plays the Wolfman Flipping through filmographies here. Damn, he was in a lot of fucking movies.
'Cause I do remember he was the Wolfman in Abbott and Costello Meet the Wolfman.
Yeah.
Or Meet Frankenstein, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's also when Bela Lugosi returned as Dracula in that movie.
Oh man, that was so cool. That's a cool ass movie.
And that was kind of like his last run as Dracula, I think.
I believe it was one of his last. I really don't remember.
I'm not sure if Boris Karloff ever returned as the monster. I think he only did like the first two, and then it was like, fuck this shit.
I think he only did 2 or 3. I don't think he did a lot of them, but he played him in 41's the Wolfman, of course. 42 is the Ghost of Frankenstein. Oh, actually, he was the monster in the Ghost of Frankenstein, so that's really quick. From 41 to 42, he was already playing the monster.
Well, then again, how quick was it to make movies back in the day?
Yeah. 43, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. He played Lawrence Talbot again. Let's see here. What's cool? 43, Son of Dracula. He plays Dracula.
Damn.
Yeah. So 44, House of Frankenstein. He's Wolfman again. 45, House of Dracula. Once again. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. He's Lawrence Talbot. Yeah. So
Poor Lawrence, man. He can't catch a break. He's always fucking cursed to walk this earth as a wolf, as a furry.
Fucking break. In 1960, House of Terror, Chaney plays a mummy and a werewolf.
Damn.
So I mean, he's been werewolves forever. And look at this, Face of the Screaming Werewolf, 64, another mummy and a werewolf.
Man, they just do not get along.
They just don't give a shit. They just cast this man and all that stuff. But his last role was in 71, it looks like, and it was Dracula versus Frankenstein, and he played Groton the zombie.
Do you think he was ever in Batman?
It doesn't look
66.
It doesn't look like he was.
I mean, if there was ever anyone to fight a werewolf, it would have been Batman.
Oh,
it would have been Adam West.
It would have been Adam West. It would have been hilarious. But no, unfortunately, it doesn't look like he was any.
Holy full moon's Batman, it's a werewolf.
Yeah. Holy creepy sons of bitches, man.
Language, Chuck. But yes, this is dire.
But yeah, I mean, it's a cool movie for what it is.
I do kind of feel sympathetic for him after, like, because the whole paranoia angle of, like, did I kill these motherfuckers? I don't remember killing. It was a wolf.
That too, he doesn't remember. It seems like, right?
Yeah, he doesn't. He only remembers, like, going to, like, kind of fading out.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he hears, oh, that person died. Oh, there was another wolf attack. It's like, the fuck?
Yeah, he doesn't remember.
All he sees is when he wakes up, his clothes are kind of tattered and his feet are dirty as shit.
Yeah, that's about it.
And then, like, the constable or whoever it was, I can't remember.
Yeah.
He was like, we followed these tracks to your house.
Yeah.
That constable hated the shit out of Larry.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking we all hated Larry.
Yeah, it's like, I hate him, but it's like, I don't think he was a murderer, but, like, goddamn.
Yeah, it seems like his character totally changes, like, after he gets the curse, of course. Yeah. And then it completely flips. Then it's like, oh God, what the hell am I gonna do? And that's when he starts to, like, become
the scene when he walks into church after the murders, remember? And everyone's just like,
oh my God.
Oh, he's just walking around like, hey, how's it going?
Hey everybody, I'm the Wolfman. Let's see.
Hey, how are you?
Yep.
Thanks, Larry. Oh, okay, you won't shake my hand.
Get the hell out of here, Larry.
I gotta go. Oh, I just love that scene so much. Everyone's just looking at him like if he did have blood all over his face, and he's just standing there like, hello, hi, hello, can I? Okay, no.
Yep. Only place you can think to run is the church, but unfortunately the church is packed. So it's like,
and also it's in the old country, and he's kind of an outsider to begin with.
Yeah.
And the second this outsider comes, we got bodies hitting the floor.
Of course.
Bodies hitting the floor.
I mean, it's 1-in-1.
Let them hit the floor.
We totally know.
Let them hit the floor.
I get what you're doing, Matt. Shut up. But yeah, but 35's Werewolf of London. I actually haven't seen that one.
And also, I remember when they're like, oh, the gypsies, the evil gypsies are in town. Oh, we can't go. Oh, be gone, gypsies. And then when they go see the gypsies, they're just over there dancing.
They're just chilling.
They're just having a good time. What's wrong with the gypsies?
Yeah, the gypsies are always made out to be bad guys and stuff like that.
But also, they're the first ones who know what the fuck is going on.
Exactly. They're always like the mystics, the psychics, fortune tellers, stuff like that.
It's like a Native American in a horror movie. They know what they're going on.
Yeah, it's only the UK Romanian version. They're roaming the countryside and stuff.
Yeah.
Look at this. Budget for this movie was $180,000.
Wow.
That is nothing.
That's us making a fan film.
Jesus, if that, I'll do it for less.
Just give me $20 and a pizza. We'll do this shit for real. And also, once again, if a professional vampire hunter or a gypsy tells you what's up, you fucking listen to them.
True.
The gypsy gave Larry this pendant that will stop. She says it will keep the monster at bay. What does he do? He gives it to his leading lady.
Yeah.
You keep that shit on.
You keep it on. It's so... Like, I get it. It's for the plot and shit, but Jesus Christ.
The vampire hunter says, he's a vampire, we gotta kill him. You go kill that son of a bitch. If a gypsy says, put this pendant on, you leave the pendant on.
You leave it on.
If the fucking doctor tells you, don't do this shit, you don't do that shit. There's certain people you listen to.
If an interdimensional god asks if you're a god, you say yes. It's just...
That's how it goes.
Yeah, it really is. But here from Wikipedia, they're talking about special effects makeup.
Oh.
Chaney did not undergo an on-screen facial transformation from man to wolf in the original film, as featured in all the sequels. The dissolved progressive makeups were seen only in the final 10 minutes and were presented discreetly. In the first transformation, Larry removes his shoes and socks. His feet are seen to grow hairy and become huge paws, little feets,
little fuzzies,
courtesy of uncomfortable quote-unquote boots made of hard rubber covered in yak hair. That just sounds uncomfortable. In the final scene, the werewolf gradually returns to Larry Talbot's human form through the standard technique. So, but yeah, I mean, I want to say it was Lon Chaney. His father was known as like man of like 1,000 faces and shit like that. He kind of tried to carry on that tradition. I don't think it was as great as his father's. It's pretty damn good though.
You have to circle around, catch those in a little bit, maybe.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, Lon Chaney was the original Phantom of the Opera.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that crazy looking one with the teeth and shit. That one.
Oh yeah, the cool one.
Yeah, that one.
The Phantom of the Opera is here.
Wrong Phantom of the Opera.
Oh.
Thoughts overall?
It was a cool monster movie. Had some issues, but still an enjoyable watch and a quick one.
Yeah, it was pretty quick actually. Let me see how long that movie was. 70 minutes. That was a quick one.
Shit. That's just the first act of most modern movies today.
A lot of movies, yeah. Like just or that's even like an act and a half.
Justice League.
Yeah, I don't like Justice League. Not a fan.
Let it die.
Just let it die. But yeah, it's a really quick watch. 70 minutes is very short by today's standards. But then again, if you think about it, today's standards is just like another 20 minutes. It ain't that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good watch. Like it's real good to get acquainted with all those old school movies.
You gotta get ready with the fundamentals if you want to get to writing good monsters.
Yeah, because I mean, that's where everything came from. Was those originals, the original Universal monsters.
And also, this was like our first tortured monster. Dracula was just chilling, killing people, walking around.
Well, Frankenstein's monster for sure is a tortured monster.
Is he?
But
well,
I think so.
Yeah, well, once he like learns how to talk, then he's kind of tortured because he's like, "I'm a fucking monster."
You don't need a voice to be able to express pain and all that stuff.
Yeah, I guess he was kind of tortured.
I'm telling you, because in 31, it was Dracula and Frankenstein in 31.
Yeah, and I have seen Frankenstein somehow.
Yep,
feels good.
Honestly, you probably saw it in school.
Maybe.
As far as I know, up to your generation, I think they were teaching that in school. Because I know when I was in school, they were teaching all that shit. It was awesome. English class was fucking great back in the day. Now they don't even teach y'all fucking handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 32 is The Mummy. 33 is The Invisible Man. Oh my god, I love that fucking movie. Then 35, Werewolf of London. And then 41 is The Wolfman. So we're talking, we're talking 10-year difference between Frankenstein and the Wolfman.
Mm-hmm.
But Frankenstein is totally a tortured creature. And that was just the second movie.
Yeah, I guess.
You guess. Get the hell out of here.
Well, I don't remember Yeah, well, yeah, I guess because Igor was over there using the whip, just trying to get him back in his room. Yeah, okay, yeah, I changed my mind. He's a tortured.
Of course he is.
Then again, I was also kind of in the back of my mind thinking, Frankenstein, or not Son of Frankenstein, the Gene. I couldn't remember if it was son or grandson of Frankenstein.
It was his. It was his son, or was it his grandfather? No, you're right. I can't remember either. Great. Now I gotta look that up. It's gonna bug the shit.
The Gene Wilder Frankenstein.
It's Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein. That's the name of the movie.
And let me see here.
That monster wasn't tortured. He was just kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
His grandfather.
Oh,
Frankenhole is his father.
Yeah. My grandfather's work was doo-doo.
Yep. That's a fucking fantastic movie.
Oh, that's such a good movie. Anytime we were watching these Universal Classic monster movies, and there was a quiet scene, I go, Bruyada.
Yep. Yep. You can't help but think about it.
Yeah,
because of course I've seen Son of Frankenstein more than I have the original. It's just there and it's fucking funny, so I watch it.
So, what we learned from this movie, from this horror movie, is when a gypsy tells you to do something, you fucking do it.
I learned don't trust anybody
with the telescope.
With the telescope, who's not a scientist.
Yeah. If you're not a scientist, why you got that shit?
Exactly.
You're either a huge dork, or you're a pervert.
You're more than likely a pervert.
Or then again, you could also be the dork who got abducted by aliens in some movies.
You could.
And you're trying to find Doctor Who in that one season where he's looking for the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just don't have a telescope unless you're a scientist. Just don't do it.
Have you seen The Day the Earth Stood Still?
Which one?
The original.
I don't think I've seen the original. I think I saw that remake.
You saw the Keanu one?
Yeah.
I'll add that to the list too. And with that, everybody, I guess we'll catch you on the next one.
Borschi.
This son of a bitch.
Bye.